guys! Today I'm going to review Time After Time.
And novelist and inventor H.G. Wells invites you to join him on a flight from London to San Francisco. Time After Time.
Time After Time came out in 1979 and is an American science fiction film. It was written and directed by Meyer, and this was the first film he directed. He's the director of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, two of the better Star Trek films. The screenplay was based on the novel Time After Time by Karl that also was wrote in 1979. The music was by Nicholas Rocher, and this was his last score. The film runs 112 minutes and cost $13 million to make. Mick Jagger was at one point considered to play the Ripper. However, the director wanted David Warner to play it. The movie was filmed in San Francisco, and a TV show was made in 2016 based on it, but was cancelled after only 5 episodes. The film received positive reviews and was highly regarded. It was nominated for 8 Saturn Awards, winning 3 for Best Writing, Best Music and Best Actress. The film stars Malcolm McDowell as H.G. Wells, David Warner as Jack the Ripper, and Mary Steenburgen as Amy Robbins. So Malcolm McDowell plays H.G. Wells, and he plays the actual writer of the time machine, but he also invents a real-life time machine. His friend, called John, is actually Jack the Ripper. And the film starts in 1893, where the police discover that John's actually Jack the Ripper. So he uses his friend's time machine to go forward in time to San Francisco in 1979. And H.G. Wells has to travel forward in time to stop him. Otherwise he'll murder other people in the 70s. Yeah, hell, it's bloody far-fetched as shit, this bugger. H.G. Wells goes in a bloody time machine and chases after Jack the Ripper. 1979 San Francisco. I've heard now it's a bloody daft. No bones, you have to suspend your disbelief. So the film's a bit like The Time Machine from 1960. It's very similar to that. And you get effects where he's going forward in time. So the film starts in 1893 and there's a great point of view shot of Jack the Ripper murdering this prostitute right at the beginning of the film. And it's really well directed, that scene. After that we see Herbert, who's H.G. Wells, played by Malcolm McDowell, and his friend, played by David Warner, called John's Jack the Ripper. And you see a scene of them both as friends playing chess together. David Warner's character, John, he knows what H.G. Wells is going to move when he's playing chess. He can read his thoughts. He knows how his mind works. So the game of chess at the beginning is symbolic of what's going to happen towards the end of the film.
Every time.
Well, I know how he thinks, that's all.
One day I shall win. Yes, when you learn how I think.
So during this scene, Herbert tells his friends about his time machine that he's invented. And it's not long after that that the police discover John's Jack the Ripper. So he uses his friend's time machine to get away. So the effects where he's going forward in time to 1979, they're quite good. They're not as good as the 1960s Time Machine film, but they're still pretty good. And what they do is they use sound bites of different time periods. So you can hear moments from World War II, World War One, and the film changes focus when it's set in 1979 San Francisco. It looks a lot more epic because of the location of San Francisco, and there's more humour. While he's in 1979, he meets this woman, Amy, and they have a romance together. And there's great chemistry between them two. In fact, all the 3 leads in this film are great. David Warner's really sinister, playing John. He's a doctor and he's also Jack the Ripper. He reminds me a lot of the character that he played in From Beyond the Grave, where he has to kill prostitutes in that short story. So he's really good at being sinister, David Warner. Malcolm McDowell's really funny as well, playing Herbert. And it's totally different to the characters that we used to see in him play. Characters like in A Clockwork Orange. So he's really good at humour. I especially like the scene where he's at the police station and they ask what his name is and he makes a name up. And he says he's Sherlock Holmes. Brilliant.
My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes, I see. Go on.
Mary Steenburgen's really good as Amy as well. I think she's probably the best character in the film. She's really good, very funny. And it's quite a romantic film actually, with the setting and the dialogue. There's lots of witty lines between them. There's also a surprising scene where she says she's almost raping him, which wouldn't go down well in today's attitude.
I'm not forcing you to do anything that you'll regret.
Forcing me? My God, Herbert, I'm practically raping you.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Phil, she could rape me any day. Bones, man, you might upset the viewers. People are more sensitive these days about stuff like that. Yeah, you wouldn't want that on this channel. There's also some funny moments where she says she's not a dyke. So it's a different sort of humour that they had. They wouldn't get away with lines like that these days. Bah, bloody snowflakes. They've got no bloody sense of humour now. I think they're set in San Francisco. It's an iconic place. It's probably one of the best locations to set a film. And Nicholas Meyer, you got the best out of this. It's quite amazing this is his first directed film. He's the guy who did the Wrath of Khan, Star Trek 2, and Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. They're probably my two favourite Star Trek films. Great director. So the film hits all the sweet spots that I like. Time travel, humour, lots of tension, great acting.
I'm obliged to take you back to face the consequences of your acts.
You can't be serious. You're so Victorian. Now, take me back. How do you propose to do that? By force?
Be reasonable, John. We don't belong here.
And also there's a big shock sequence as well towards the end of the film. I was really surprised by a certain death. You're not quite sure what's going to actually happen to everyone. When I saw that, I said, what the? I was really on the edge of my seat. I'll not reveal what happens though, because I don't want to reveal it because it's a big spoiler. But it did surprise us. And the final part of the film, I was on the edge of my seat, because this was the first time I'd seen this film. And I didn't know what was going to happen to the leads, if they would survive or what. So overall, I was very happy watching it. It's another 70s gem. They made some terrific films in the 1970s, and this is another one. There's also some good funny bits as well, so I think out of 10 I'd actually give this one a high mark. I'll give it 9. 9 out of 10. Much better than I expected. But did you think, Bones, did you like it? I thought it was our bloody far-fetched feel. I'd give it about an 8 out of 10. Didn't have any bloody knockers in it. Okay, everybody, bye. Like, subscribe and share. Bye. Bye.
A strange man turns me on, or a strange woman. Oh, don't get me wrong, I didn't mean to imply I was a dyke.
A dyke?
Oh, sorry, lesbian or anything like that, because I'm...
Oh, my.